Good morning, everyone. My name is Alicia, and I'm going to be giving the webinar today. Thank you for being here. Happy to be with you today. Today, we're going to see how we work with tasks. That is, we can schedule tasks and we can do tasks right at any given moment. And we're going to look at the emails that here in ReFX, you have your inbox, outbox of your email, the email that you link with your ReFX account. We do recommend you have open a Gmail account to link with your ReFX account. And that's the email that the system will use to send out and receive emails. You don't have to go to open your email to check your correspondence. You can do it directly here in the system. Please feel free to type in your questions. If you have a question at any moment during the webinar, please type it in the question and answer section or in the chat, and I'll try to answer as we go along. So let's get started. First of all, okay, here I'm logged into my account and I'm going to go to my follow-up to start working with the task, how I create tasks, how I execute them, how I schedule them, all of that we're going to be seeing today. Okay, so let's go. I already looked for some properties. I did a search before the webinar and I did have some properties already in the follow-up. And I'm going to work only with some properties that I changed the contact information so I could actually do the task, and I'm not actually going to be sending offers to anyone. I changed the contact information in some of them. For example, this one, I put ReFX as a contact information. That way I can actually send emails and not mess up anything. So to filter, I can have on screen only those ones that I can work with. So I click on the filter and the little funnel icon to filter. I'm going to filter by contact. And click on filter. Okay, so these properties, I will change the contact information so I can actually work with them. Okay, what type of tasks can I create here from ReFX? Okay, first of all, I'm going to select the properties. And there's two ways I can execute tasks. Either do it directly right now or schedule them for a later time. Let's say I have these properties and I want to send contracts to them. Remember that you have a limit of 50 contracts per day. That is first offer contracts. If you have already sent a contract to a property and they answer you and you have to send a counter offer or another email answering whatever, that will not be counted within the 50 per day contracts. That doesn't actually have a limit. The only limit is the first offer contracts. The first offer that you send to a property, you can only send 50 per day. So, okay, I have selected here my 12 properties, and let's see. I can click on send and send emails, text messages. If you have professional dialer, that you have two types of text message, the standard ones and the playable ones. The standards are a type of text message that is sent through your Gmail account. And a playable text message is just a text message that is sent through the phone number that we have put that you have built into your ReFX system for your dialer account. So those are two different types. And if you want to know more about that, if you do not have professional dialer and you want to know more about this, give us a call or send us a email and we'll be happy to tell you all about it. I can send faxes. The faxes are sent if you have an app, a fax app in your computer. You can link it to your ReFX account and you can use it to send faxes. And document is what is actually the offer contract. So you send the email with the contract attached to it with all the information and everything. I'm going to send documents to this properties. Oh, I don't have offer on these three. So let's first of all, the system will not let me send an offer contract. Of course, if I do not have the offer column filled in, it can't fill out a contract if I haven't told them how much I'm going to offer on the property. So see, I have some of them in this offer column that don't have an offer. So let's do that first. I have them selected, so I'm going to just click on the calculate offer and I'm going to offer, let's say 75% off the list price, rounded up to 100, click on apply. That will not work for these two that are off market and don't have a list price, since they are off market and don't have a list price, and it just with the calculate button, I was telling the system to calculate 75% of the list price. It wasn't able to do that. So in these two cases, I'm going to type in directly just a number. The ideal is that you go into the overview on the property, look at it, look at the comparables, and decide how much you're going to offer. I'm just going to put a random number here. So update, and let the other one is this one. Click on update. And the last one is this one. Okay, so now all my properties have a offer price in my offer column, and the system will be able to fill my contract. So let's select them all again. I'm going to click on send, select send document. Select which contract I'm going to use. If you have only one contract uploaded into your system, you just leave it that way. But if you have several, if you're BRIA or DRIA mentor student, this is by your mentorship, you have preset contracts in your account. If you're not a mentor student, ReFX per se does not provide documents. So get in touch with us and we'll tell you how to upload your own contracts. So I'm going to select this one. Everything else the system will take on its own. I decide which additional documents I want to send out with the contract. Click on email. That will take me to this is the cover letter that goes out with my contract. I can change it, click on manage templates and select another template, or put in directly here if I want another thing. I'm going to just select this one and click on send. The system will start sending my contracts. I specifically selected several and some, as you see, they all say reaffects, but they're different contacts because I wanted to show you something. I selected 12. I told the system to send a contract to all of them. However, some of these contacts do not have an email. And I want you to show you what happens if the property contact information doesn't have an email and you try to send. This is what happens. See, it gives me a little report telling me out of 12 documents, 5 were successfully sent and 7 failed. These 7 that failed, I know why they failed because if I click here, for example, I don't have an email here. This is the contact information for this. It doesn't have an email. That's why the system wasn't able to send it. But how do I know? I don't actually need to go into the contact information if I have no idea. This time I knew because I specifically and set it this way so it would happen. But let's say I selected my 50 properties. I don't know how many properties I selected, click on send document, and got that little report telling me that 5 of them were not able to be sent. Where do I look to see why they weren't sent? Here on the left side, I have an icon that says tasks. If I click on that, this is my task manager. If I schedule tasks, I have them as pending tasks. We'll look at that in a little bit. In my completed task, I have the tasks that have been completed. Let's see if it loads. Remember that it said that 5 of them did go out. These are the 5 that did go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are completed tasks. They were successful and I can look at them here in my completed task tab. What happened to the failed ones? Here they are. They were 7 again. Actually, here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know why they weren't put all together. They should have been, but there they are. There are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know because they only have the hour it was sent. Once tomorrow, they would have a date. But when it's within the same day, it only has the hour. How do I know why they didn't go out? If I see here, there's a column that says status, status scheduled task. It says error. If I click on it, I can view the task detail. This is the task detail. And here it tells me why it didn't go out. The default contact does not have an email. That's why my contract was not able to be sent to this property. Let's check. And the same click again, I can go to the contact information. And here I see, yes, I don't have an email there. In this case, what I could do is, I do have a phone number, so I could maybe call them and see if they can give me an email, or if they do give me an email, I can click here and edit and add that email here to my contact information. And now I am able to send contracts. For example, let's look for another one down here. Let's see this one. View task detail. Huh? Well, it was the same thing. Sometimes, even though it does have an email and everything is correct, the error that it will give you, let me see if I can find here. This is actually something that happens quite a bit. User or password not accepted from server. What does this mean? This means that your email, the email that you have set up in your account to send or receive emails, is not set up correctly. It's not that you set it, maybe you tell me, but I did that months ago, maybe last week. Yes. But sometimes Google updates its security options, and that sets off everything that you did before. And you actually do have to go through all the steps to set up your email again. So if you come here in your task and see that it gives you user or password not accepted from server, that is that your email is not set up correctly. So if you know how to set it up, go ahead and do it. If not, give us a call and we'll help you with that. We can send you an email with the steps to do so and a little video on how to do it. Or if in the last case, we can actually help you step by step with you sharing screens or doing it on our side. So this is a very common error at the moment of sending contracts, and that is the reason. Your email, the one that you set up here in settings, emails is not correctly set up. You can check it. Come here to settings, emails, and click here on save. And that's a test. It has to say successfully connected. If it says anything else, it's because it's not set up correct. Give us a call and we'll help you with that. Okay, let's go back to task. Okay, so that was a direct task, a task that I selected the properties, went to send, and executed right away. Let's say I sent those contracts and I want to send a follow-up email. Today is Friday, so let's say set a follow-up email on Tuesday. So I'll select the properties, click here on the clock icon that says schedule task, select send email and put the date on Tuesday. Let's leave it at the same hour or maybe bring it down to 10 o'clock. I put a note for myself, follow up. Email. And click on create. This is the, let's see if I have a template for follow-up. No, I don't have. So I would have to type in directly. Want to go and create a template. If you want to know how to create templates, there are little videos in our help section, or you can give us a call, or as always, we're available for one-on-one coachings from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Just give us a call and schedule a training. And there we can help you and teach you to use your system as best as you can. And the coachings are completely free, so you can schedule as many as you want. So here I would type in my email. Hey, I sent you an offer your property located at property property address. Have you had a chance to look at it? And create task. All tasks were successfully created. Now I have in this column pending task. Each one of these properties has a pending task. Actually, I had some old ones that already had some pending tasks. But in this ones are new, so they have one pending task. What task is that? I go here to my task tab, go to the pending task, and I can filter. Let's see, I can filter for, let's say I want to see what tasks are pending between today and next Friday. Filter. And these are the, I know these are the ones I just created because I know I don't have anything more created for this lapse. So these are the tasks that I have created. I can come in, let's say, when you have a pending task for the day, I don't have any, let's create one. Let's go back to follow up. Let's create tasks for today so I can show you that. Schedule task, manual, because I'm going to make a call. And of course, the system will not be able to make a call automatically on its own. You actually have to sit at your computer and create the task and do it yourself. So this is just a reminder, and I'm going to show you how you can see that reminder. So I'm going to make a call today. Let's say 2:30. Follow-up call. Create. As I said, that is just a reminder. Now, as you see, the system updated. So I have 2 tasks pending for each one of these properties. If I want to see what the task is about, I can also click on the property, go to follow history, and I can, each property in its follow history will have anything that you have created. Pending, this is the general history, the pending task, the failed task, the inbox and outbox. In this case, I haven't sent anything to this one. This one must be one of the ones that wasn't able to send anything because I have failed text. Yes, the default contact does not have an email. That's why I don't have outbox and inbox, and I haven't sent text message yet. So now I have 10 tasks, 12 tasks pending, and here it is. Those tasks are for today. So when I open my account, here on the top right corner, I can immediately see that I have 12 tasks pending for today. This counter shows me what I have pending for the day. So if I open my account today and I see that I have some pending tasks for today, I would go to the task tab, filter for today, equal today, filter, and see that this is what I have pending for today. I have to call this 12 properties. In this case, I can select them, click on complete task, execute. If you have if you have platinum, unfortunately, this is something that you do not have. So if you have questions or you like to know more about it, give us a call. You can always upgrade to other packages. If you have professional, you are able to call, but you have to have a Skype account in your computer with credit. That's why this is asking me if I want to use Skype account or Plivo. Plivo is for those of you that have professional dialer, and we have provided you with a Plivo. Plivo is just the provider of these lines. That's his name. That's why it's called Plivo. You do have a phone line integrated into your system, so you would select Plivo. I want to call the principals. I want to not include the do not call listed numbers. In this case, I don't have any because those are all numbers that I put in there, but this is something that you decide when you're making general calls, whether you want to include in your dial the phones that are labeled as do not call. Any time zone, well, all of those are in the same time zone, so this doesn't matter. And the script, if you want to know more about the scripts, again, there are help section, little videos and that. The script is just a little note that will be put on screen so you can have an idea of what you want to say. ReFX has one default one just for you to see it. So I'm just going to select that one because active properties. Sorry. Sorry. Make call. This is the script. Hello, I'm calling about your property listed located at. I have the address here and the list price and all the information here. I can look at the overview if I need to, and I can start calling them. I selected all 12 property, so they're all listed here. They all have only one number. So I can, if I click here, the system will start dialing this number. Let's do that. Well, today is Friday. Something always happens on Friday. So it doesn't dial it. Let's click on the next one. Okay, once you I'm hearing the dial tone, it's ringing. Once they answer, or I can leave a voicemail. Oh, it actually seems okay. I'm going to refresh. Something is not working here. I think everything froze. Sorry for that. So let's go back. So I was in tasks. I filter for today's task. Filter. I selected all of them and click on complete. Execute. Selected Plivo. Yes, principal, do not call no. Any time zone with another script template and click on make call. Now it's ringing. It's ringing. I'm going to hang up before they answer. So once I hang up, I put a note to myself on what the outcome of the call was. The property is under contract. Whatever. This note will be saved in the follow history of the property. And now I go, in this case, I don't have another number here for this property. So I would have to go to the next property, but that is the selection I have here. Whether if I had another number here, I could go to the next number on this property, or if I have already finished with this property, I can go to the next property. Here it's ringing. I'm going to hang up. So this is how I complete my tasks in. I'm not going to go through all 12 of them. So let's go back. As you see, before there were 12. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because 4 of them I went through the call and dialed the number, and the system assumes that I already finished with them. And I can see them now in completed tasks. Here they are, the 4 properties that I already called. Again, if in this case, there won't be any fail because those were manual tasks that I was doing personally, so they won't go to failed. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you about the task tab. When you create, when you execute task in your system, whether you're send emails, text messages, faxes, or documents, you can check up in the task tab everything. And also when you schedule them, you're able to see what is pending, what has been completed, and what has failed, and if they have failed, why they have failed. The other thing I wanted to show you today is the email tab. As I said before, when you link or set up or synchronize your email with ReaFax, ReaFax will take all the emails and all the information from your Gmail account. We do recommend you use Gmail so we can give you full and complete technical support on in this part of the system, that is, and if the email sending is failing, the emails aren't going out, we can give you full technical support if the email is a Gmail account. If it's not, even though you are able to set them up, the system will work with them. Go here, you see that you can set up Hotmail, Yahoo, AOL, GoDaddy, and other. That other includes all other domains. But at the moment, if something failed, we will try to help you, but not always. We will not always be able to pinpoint what the problem is. Suppose when you use Gmail, we will be able, or our programmers, our technical department will be able to fix any problem that the system presents with that. So let's go back. Email. So here I have my inbox, my outbox, and my trash. And also, if you have professional dialer, this is the inbox and the outbox for the text messages. Remember that if you have professional dialer, you're able to send text messages through the Plivo phone line that we put in your system. They go out through the system through that number that we provided for you. However, they will receive it with, and they will see on screen the number that you have given us as a forward number, whether it's your company's number or your personal cell phone. That's what they will see on the screen. And when they answer to you directly from that message, you will receive on your phone the answer, but also that answer will be received here in ReFX. So here's the inbox and the outbox of any text messages that you send through. Okay, let's something about the inbox. The inbox does not synchronize automatically. So when you come in here, you will see these three icons. The first one are pending emails. What this is telling me that I have 724 emails that are in my inbox, in the inbox of my Gmail account that I haven't brought into ReFX yet. So all I have to do is click on that and the system will start pulling all of them. I'm not going to do it because there are a lot of them. I didn't realize that before we started. And it takes a little bit and it will slow everything down. So I'm not going to do it. As you see, I haven't done it since April, quite a bit. Since April last year. So that's why there are so many. So in my inbox right now, it's of course not up to date. You do have to be sure that every once in a while, at least once a week, or every other day, or if you are working every day, just come into your email tab, click on pending email, just click here, and that will start bringing everything in so you can have it up to date. Once it's up to date, this will be a 0. The other two are pending contacts and pending properties. What is this? If you are using your personal email or your company's email with ReFX, not all the emails that you receive or send through that email will be directly related to properties in your follow-up. So you will always have some kind of number here. What this is telling me that in all the emails that I have here, 98 emails are not related to any of the contacts that I have in the contact information in my ReFX account for the properties that I'm working with. And this one is telling me that 100 emails are not directly linked to a property that I'm working with directly in my follow-up. Two things, either those emails have nothing to do with properties. As you see, I have Wish, PETA, whatever, all kind of things here, Facebook. Others do have properties. It could be that those properties, as you see, these are old emails. So it most probably is that these properties are no longer in my follow-up. In this case, for example, this property, if I see here, this property followed, this email is directly linked to this property, 1041 Tyler Street. Actually, if I open it, I will see that that is the case. Let's say this one. Let's see this one. I don't know if I have this property in my follow-up still. Let's check. I'm going to copy the property, go back, and I'm going to assign. Maybe the system wasn't able to recognize the actual property, or maybe I hadn't had that property in my follow-up yet. I'm just putting it in. So I can select it, click on assign property. Yes, I do have it in my follow. I think I brought in a couple properties before the webinars to be able to show you this. So it will only show me properties in my follow. See if I selected, these are all properties that are in my follow-up. So if that property is not in my follow-up, that's why it wasn't able to put the little house and assign it to the property. So in this case, this is the property because I know that I just opened the email and copied that. I look for it. This is the property. I select it, click on assign. And now this email has a property assigned because that's the property that email is about. You will not most probably have to do this many times because the system will automatically assign properties. If they're in your follow-up, the system will sort of read or detect the address within the body of the text and assign it automatically. But maybe if you see that you know that email is about a property and it didn't assign it, that's what you have to do. Just select the property, click on assign, look for the property. And this one I know it's not in my email, in my follow-up, so I'm just going to assign one of them. Click on assign and click on yes, and that will assign the email to the particular property that it's mentioned in the email. Same thing with contacts. This is telling me that there are 97 contacts that are not in these emails are 97 contacts that are not in, that it wasn't able to recognize within the contacts in my contact email. That's why we do recommend you create a Gmail account to use specifically with ReFX to set up here, so that most of the emails will be something that has to do with your real estate business within ReFX, and don't have, as I have here, Wish and Facebook and whatever here. So if you haven't started actually working and you are able to create a new account and set it up before actually starting to use your ReFX account, go ahead and do that way. Your inbox and your out won't be cluttered with things that have nothing to do with what you're doing here. Okay, sent. Of course, this is the outbox. And as you see, these are all emails that I have sent from ReFX. So as you see, all of them have a property assigned already. So that's the difference. The inbox has everything in my email. This is my personal email. And the sent has only what I have sent directly from ReFX. And they, of course, have been sent from a particular property, and the system will assign it directly to the property. You put your cursor on top of it. You can look for it. Of course, you can filter. Let's say I want to look for the email of 1612 Deer Avenue. I click on filter. What was 16? Email keywords. That's Deer Avenue. I can't remember. I know it was 1612. I don't know, but I know it was Deer Avenue. Deer app filter. Oh, it wasn't. Oh, let's reset and actually look for one. And let's copy that. Filter. There I have 3 emails that have to do with that. So you can use the filter to look for something in particular within your sent box and also your inbox. And once you find it, just reset the filter. Do we have any questions? This is pretty much what I wanted to show you today. How to look up and how to see everything from your task tab and what the task tab is about and how to use it and how your email inbox and outbox works. It's pretty much straightforward. There's nothing much more about it. So if you don't have any questions, just remember that, again, you can go to the control panel, click on the help tab, and look up any particular thing that you want to look at. For example, you can click here and type emails, how to assign contacts and properties to an email, how to fetch emails to your follow-up system, follow how to send emails, and just click here and that will open the little video that you can watch. These are short and sweet. Most of them last about around 3 to 8 minutes. If you want more in depth, you can go into the webinars. All our webinars are recorded and uploaded into the system. So you can look by the name of it and let's say search all kind of deals and properties, a full view of the contact CRM. So just look for whatever you're interested in and look and watch the video. Or if you want something more specific and more personalized, give us a call and schedule a coaching at your convenience, and we'll be happy to help you with whatever you need to clear up or learn or whatever questions or doubts you might have. So it was a pleasure working with you today. I hope all of you have a great weekend and see you all here next Friday. Bye.